Hello everyone and welcome to the video. I'm just doing a prelude to the video just to run you through and prepare you what to expect for the workshop for those of you who have already registered. But if you're thinking whether or not this workshop is for you, I just want to run through some of the things that we do during the workshop and to share with you why it's relevant for you as well and what are some things to think about and consider. In today's context, video is really very important. It should be part of the brand awareness strategy. How can people know you, like you, and trust you? These are three things you need to think about. And elevator pitches are one way to kind of help people to know who you are. Of course, because of the constraints of the one-day workshop, we are actually going to focus on a 1 to 2 minute elevator pitch, but nothing is stopping you from actually building upon your elevator pitch, share more about your industry and knowledge, and creating more brand awareness for yourself. Quick introduction on myself. I'm Charmaine. I started my first agency back in 2010. I'm a web designer by training. We evolved and moved into more social media and digital marketing along the way. And that's why we rebranded as Sky Digital Agency. We have actually developed more than 8 different digital marketing topics. I think at our all-time high in 2019, we had about 12 digital marketing curriculums. So create a digital elevator pitch is just one of them, right? So I personally train in these subjects that I have written, I have built, developed, and it's a range of Instagram, Facebook, SEO, and many other things, all right? So just to run you through very quickly what is going to happen during the workshop, all right? Whether or not you have signed up or maybe you are considering whether to sign up or for the workshop or not. We're going to share with you a script, but nothing is stopping you from changing and personalizing this script. Eventually, I will also share with you some of our videos that are slightly longer. It might be 2 to 3 minutes long, but that's something that we are going to also achieve. And these links are actually shared with you in the YouTube description below as well. So you can click on those examples and have a look at some of the elevator pitches, okay, that we have done. So the elevator pitch can be focused on yourself, or you can share about some of the outlines of some topics that you are passionate about. And I think as we get started, a very good practice is to just talk about one point. So say, for example, if I'm teaching social media and digital marketing topic, I can just take one topic, for example, Instagram, and I can share about, let's say it's 5 or 7 common mistakes I hope to address. In my elevator pitch, I can introduce myself and I just talk about one point. So that would keep the elevator pitch short, shorter than usually 5 minutes. And that is a very good time because our attention span is really short. And as we are practicing our pitches and how we record, all these things play a big part. And a lot of times people actually are reading their scripts, and this is something that we will run you through as well, how to internalize these points. We will also be recording and uploading it to your preferred social media. I highly recommend you to consider either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or YouTube. We will be able to discuss some of the pros and cons during the workshop. But of course, for elevator pitches greater than a minute, you will need to explore other platforms other than Instagram. So Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube is great. But for YouTube, your videos need to be longer than a minute. For Instagram, it needs to be shorter than a minute. Otherwise, you can explore Instagram, IGTV. After actually recording, we'll be editing them, and we'll also be brainstorming and discussing your elevator pitch ideas before we do the recording, all right? So yeah, this comes first, and within your own Zoom breakout rooms, you'll be able to give each other feedback as well. So this is something that I think is going to help one another out, and we'll talk about the things that you will need right now. Okay, so there are many types of tripods. I think that right now it is not crucial for you to get a tripod, but I can tell you that when I'm filming at home or in my office, one of the tools is actually to use a tripod. The reason is because it actually frees up your hand and you can actually gesture, and it actually helps to emphasize your points. My favorite tripods is actually this one. It ranges from about $15 to $25 at Pasar Malam, or you can check it out at Challenger as well. I buy mine, most of it, my tripods, I buy it online, either on AliExpress or Shopee, some of these platforms. Okay, so these are my top two go-to platforms. I will include some of the links below, but they do take time to arrive. So you might want to work with what you have, and some participants like to record with their computer's web camera. And I will run through with you what are some ways to make the camera look better, the filming quality of your web camera, so long as your laptop is relatively new and the graphics card is good. 2 years, 3 years, I think the quality is relatively still okay. But older laptops tend to record in a very low resolution. So if you have an external web camera like a Logitech C920 or C922, those are very good web cameras as well. You don't have to use your mobile phones, all right? But if you have any questions, just remember to share it with IAL, and they would actually direct those questions to me. Okay, so number one, you need your mobile phone, or you can use your laptop webcam. Resolution should be reasonable. If you're just testing out, you're not so particular about the quality, I think that it's fine if you just use your webcam. Or if you have external web cameras like a Logitech, those are great. Okay, tripods are recommended but not compulsory. If you already have them, you can use them. I think it's okay to buy a Daiso one, $2, but you will need to find other things to prop the tripod up to level, like your chin level, so that it actually records and you are not like looking downwards. So I wouldn't like highly recommend for you to get it as well. But if you need something to support your mobile phones, you can go ahead and get this to try. But I think this is more versatile, the $15. It extends up to about 50, 70 cm. A bit flimsy. Most of our tripods actually give way, the legs, over time. So we actually just use it without actually extending the tripods. And we put it on the table, and the height is just right. Okay, another thing you really need is number 6, Chrome browser. The reason is because when we're editing the video, we are using this software called clipchamp.com. All right, and if there's time, we will actually be introducing you softwares. But along the way, if we found better softwares due to compatibility or resolution that you can export, we will share them accordingly. So clipchamp.com, if you haven't already, you can create a free account. I will also link the description in the below. The link should also be shared with you over the email if you have already registered for the workshop. Okay. But if there are other softwares that are good, free, we will actually be replacing those video editing softwares during the workshop. But for 2 to 3 years now, we have been actually introducing and using Clipchamp quite a bit. All right, some of the videos that I am attaching below are actually edited in the Clipchamp software as well. They allow a 480p export for free. And the videos that you see are actually exported in 480p. There is an option to upgrade and to, have a better resolution of a video exported, 720p or 1080p, but those require a monthly subscription. Okay, so the monthly subscription ranges from 10 to 15, 20 USD, so you can check that out. For lavalier mics, I don't think it's compulsory. Our mobile phones has very good mics in them. Unless you're using your laptops or your computer, sometimes the mics are not as good. So a lavalier mic might help. To be very honest with you, the lavalier mic range that I have bought are the lower end ones, and typically less than $30. So I have 2 of these Boya ones, and I have another more generic brand that is not really known. Boya is quite known. They have a huge range of mics, but I don't think this is compulsory, but it's a good to have. You can consider. Personally, I don't really like wireless lavalier mics. I prefer wired, partly because I prefer those without the battery. For Boya, theirs has a mini converter. So there is a battery that requires to be replaced once in a while. I prefer those without the battery. Okay, but it does help to improve your quality, especially if you're recording from your computers. But mobile phone, if you're in a very good environment, actually the audio is quite good. Okay, but outdoors, you would probably need a lavalier mic. All right, very quickly, you actually need a laptop for this workshop today. All right, the other administration stuff we will go through with you, but laptop is required today. So if you do not have a laptop, you intend to log in through your mobile phones or tablets, it is not recommended. Please reach out to IAL so that we can explain how this works. There are some participants who tell us that they are very savvy with iMovie editing on their mobile phones or tablets, then that's fine. Some they know that there will be limitations in certain things that we are sharing in terms of video editing, and they are fine. They just want to learn how to record better elevator pitches. So do reach out to us if you are not able to dial in with a laptop if this training is actually delivered via Zoom. Okay, so it's very important. Of course, face-to-face training as well. I think you require a laptop, so do reach out to ILL if you do not have a laptop. All right, so I do have some questions for you to think about, especially what is the digital elevator pitch and what the pitch really consists of. Okay, so questions to consider and think about are: what kind of elevator pitch would you like to create? What motivates you to create a digital elevator pitch? If you think that a digital elevator pitch is important, share with us what are some ideas you have during the workshop when we dial in, when we come in on Zoom or face-to-face training. We will actually hear from you and give you feedback as well. Like I mentioned to you, as you get started, the elevator pitches about yourself, your industry knowledge that you share should be kept under 2 to 3 minutes, and you can build upon it as you go along. The key is that with practice, we get better. And when we get better, longer videos doesn't seem very long. But when we give ourselves unlimited time, we tend to drag our points and tend to repeat them over and over again. So we are trying to be precise in 2 to 3 minutes elevator pitch. Okay. Social media platforms, do consider whether is it Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or LinkedIn. But like I mentioned to you, if it's above a minute, you will need to actually exclude Instagram unless you're going for IGTV. All right, IGTV currently has already increased the capacity. Currently, it used to be 10 minutes of vertical videos, but now we are able to upload up to more than 10 minutes. I think the limitation now is about 60 minutes. Okay. Of course, we will discuss this last question for how will people find your videos. All right. So those are some things. But of course, eventually, if you are trying to understand about the limitations, LinkedIn has a limit of 10 minutes. Okay. And the file size cannot be greater than 5 GB. But typically 10 minutes videos are about 1 to 2 GB. They are not very big unless you export them for 4K. But I would recommend for you, when it comes to LinkedIn, to just export it for 720 or 1080p. All right. So these are just some limitations you just need to understand. But of course, for Facebook and YouTube, they are more for webinars, so the thresholds are greater. Okay, for hours, 4 hours, and on Facebook, and 12 hours on YouTube. All right, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you will prepare yourself. And if you're filming from your mobile phones, I will encourage you. One of the things that participants struggle the most during the class is the file transfer of the video on your mobile phones to your laptop. So I would recommend you to try and film a 1 to 2 minute video on your mobile phone. Once you watch this video, try to do the file transfer of the video file. Hopefully there's no problems. You know, if you have problems, try to use your cables. The easiest way would be for Apple computers, Mac, is to do an airdrop of the video file to your Mac computer. For Android, currently, the fastest way is to use cable for Android to transfer, because I've tried Bluetooth and it takes a long time. Just for like a 1 minute video, it takes like more than 10 minutes to transfer. Okay, so those are just some things to understand and some things to prepare for. And thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you at the workshop. Thank you and take care.